welcome back to my channel. If you didn't already read the title, today's video is going to be suggestions or tips for upcoming freshmen. Before I share my advice to upcoming freshmen, I just want to speak briefly about my freshman year experience in high school. So to begin with, my freshman year was really stressful personally, and I could have handled it a lot better. I just did not plan my time well, and I got distracted a lot, so that prevented me from being as productive as I could. Because I got distracted so easily, I ended up spending my time at home reviewing and further learning the material. Therefore, I got a lack of sleep during my freshman year of high school. I was busy a lot of the time, mostly because, again, I didn't plan my time out well. I could have really had extra time to have fun, talk to my friends, but I chose not to spend my time wisely. Therefore, I was overwhelmed because I genuinely thought I was super busy, but I just didn't plan out my time well. Procrastination, big subject. I procrastinated a lot, and it was super bad for my sleep schedule and for the projects that I was doing, because when you're doing it the night before it's due, your mind is just rushing to get whatever you can out and not trying to focus on what's important and what you need to have in that project or essay or whatever it is. So a lot of my projects I would be doing the night before, and I truly regret that because it really didn't help me focus more in class due to getting even less sleep. I am shy and quiet in public places, as many people know. So making friends was quite an adjustment. I already had some really close friends that I was going into high school with, so I was relying on them for the first month or so. But then I became really close friends with people I had only met in my freshman year. Although all of those are bad factors of my freshman year, I do need to say I learned a lot of stuff. Not just academics, but I also learned a little bit of how to be more independent and how you take finals and how to study for them. My first tip for upcoming freshmen is to actually study the material that you are being taught. So you just want to make sure that it's in your brain and that you know what the material is and also what to study. It may seem obvious, but I know I didn't study for all of my tests. Sometimes I'd do well, sometimes I wouldn't do as well. It honestly really depends on what type of person you are. If you need the studying, definitely do it. If you don't, I still study just in case there's some material that you just need a refresher on. So it may seem daunting, but try to talk to others in your classes, because I've made some really close friends, and if you have the right connection, you can become lifelong friends, which would be really special. And I know being shy doesn't really help with making friends, especially when you're in a new environment like high school, but I still made some really close friends. Please respect the teachers and staff at your school. They do so much just to help us learn. They honestly work so hard behind the scenes, you don't even see how much they work. Some of the things you can do is say thank you and please whenever you're in line at the cafeteria or whenever you're given a paper or anything. And don't forget, they're literally surrounded by us as teenagers, and we're not always the nicest all the time, so try and be respectful and be kind to the teachers and staff at your school. The next tip is to surround yourself with a really good group of friends. Like, make sure they fit your vibe and make sure they're positive and they believe in you, whatever you want to accomplish. I like having a group of positive and funny friends. Make sure to surround yourself with people that make you feel good about yourself, because that's one thing you need in high school. You don't need anyone negative bringing you down, because high school is already hard enough as itself. The next tip is to embrace your passions or goals. Make sure that the people surround you or people in your friend group support what you want to do in the future, because they'll push you to achieve your goals. I was afraid to be judged for my passions in high school, but after half of the year went by, I realized that it's my life, it's not theirs. I control my own life, and I can somewhat control my future. The next tip is really important. Make sure you have a schedule to stick to, giving you a certain amount of time to do homework or plan for a project or anything like that. Okay, this one is also very important. Make sure you stay organized, because if you don't, you can get really overwhelmed, and it's really not great to get overwhelmed when you already have high school and your homework and your classes already building up on your schedule. Being organized and staying organized helped me be more productive throughout my freshman year. The next tip is to please listen to your teachers. They can give really good advice. and they can give you extra tips to help you better understand the lesson. Also, try your best to actually understand what they're saying, and if you don't understand, ask questions. The next tip is don't be afraid to talk to upperclassmen. They're honestly really nice, and they can be helpful for some of your classes that you may not understand material in. They're really sweet, and they know what you've been through school-wise, so they could help you with that. Don't feel pressured to be in a certain group of people. Just, if you want, stick to your close friends, people you trust, and people that will have your back. Understand that not everyone will like you, and not everyone will want to be friends with you. I know most people know that. Not everyone's going to match the same energy, and for the people that don't want to be friends with you, please don't waste your time on them. If they're not giving the same attention that you're giving them, then I just say just stop, because it's most likely not going to work in the long run. This is something that I learned a little too late, but it's better late than never, is to prioritize yourself and make sure you have a self-care routine, and make sure to relax when you need it. I needed it for the longest time, but I didn't realize it, and then once I actually got to rest and relax, I realized that I was missing out on so much. It made me so much more productive once I had that time to prioritize myself and take care of myself. And after I took care of myself, I was mentally and physically ready to get back to working hard. The next tip is to make sure you have a routine that you can stick to. Once you have a routine, it's just like a layout for the day, and you know how much time you need for each thing. So having a routine for me kept my mind set on what I needed to accomplish that day. I know it may sound cliche, but make the most out of high school and make the most out of your freshman year that you can. My last quarter of my freshman year was cut off due to COVID-19, and I genuinely regret not spending more time talking to my teachers, talking to my friends, because I haven't seen my teachers and some of my friends in more than 4 months. For my freshman year, I personally wish I talked to my teachers more and asked more questions so I could more easily understand the material. So those are my tips for freshmen going into high school. I wish you good luck in your freshman year, and if you stick to a schedule and routine and stay productive, your freshman year should go by more smoothly than mine did. If you like this video, make sure to give it a thumbs up and subscribe down below if you want to see more content like this, and press the post notification bell to get notified when I upload. Leave a comment down below what your favorite subject in school is and what other videos you'd like to see from me. And thanks for watching this video.